Spike Lee ain't no Muslim. He didn't believe in no religion. But in order to walk with Malcolm, you had to be a Muslim. I walked with him for 12 long years until Mr. Muhammad sent him away. And walked with Farrakhan 11. Because I don't disrespect any man. Mr. X. He come in, he was a very imposing man. You could tell that he was intelligent. He knew where he wanted to go. You could tell that. And then we struck up a conversation. Because they introduce all the new ones to those who have been there. We introduce each other. Because this that we have was built on love. That's why you still see it standing like a solid wall. It's a solid brick wall. That's why you see it standing. I know men that served 20 years in here today and was not guilty. But they weathered the storm. Because you know why? Because he wasn't confused, because Allah had his mind up here. He bore witness that there was no God but Allah. And hell, I don't care what it is, the gates of hell could not prevail against his mind. Because he knew what he was doing, knew why he was there, and for what reason. You couldn't do that. Take a man to do that. Take a man to do that. And I haven't had an opportunity to say that, but I want to say it before a whole lot of people, so you'll know. Because we struggle. We struggle. Then it come time for Mr. X to get appointed to his teaching. He just didn't start out in no New York. He was in the fruit just like I was. And one day he wrote a letter to Mr. Muhammad. And you know what he did? He criticized a minister by the name of Lemuel X. That their holy apostle, the man is not teaching right, you know what I mean? He ain't studying. His wife runs him and everything. Maybe he was telling the truth. But let me tell you what Mr. Muhammad told him. He said, brother, I received your letter. He said, however, I don't appreciate you criticizing my minister because I put him there. I know his assets and liabilities. I know his weakness and I know his strengths. I know all about his wife. I put him there. And I'll back it. And I don't appreciate you writing to me criticizing him. And I want to let you know that. Because I'll back it. Now, what you do, if you go to him and ask him, can you help him? If he accepts you, then I will accept you. And that's how Mr. X got on what they call the rostrum, standing at the podium. That's the only way he got up there. I'm going to bring it to you because these are liars. And God hates a liar, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you shoot me down now, come on, shoot. What I want to show you briefly, that when you start out and it's popular, the question remains, can you take what you put out? That's the question here. It's not love. It's not your name. But can you take, if you dishing out punishment, can you take your punishment when it come your time? So he started teaching. And he was good. Then one day he come to me, he even made me quit my job. I had a job paid me $150. I'm a culinary artist. In 1951, late 51, early 52, that was big money. You know what he told me? He come to me, he said, brother, we got a restaurant down there called Shabazz. He said, they ain't got no cook down there. I said, well. He said, well, you a cook, aren't you? I said, yeah, I'm a cook. He said, well, we need you to go down there and help. I said, brother, I'm working. He said, yeah, I know you're working, but we need you down there to help. I said, what do you want? What do you want me to do? I'm working. He said, but don't you want to help Elijah Muhammad? Don't you want to help do this work? That was my weakness. Because I loved Elijah Muhammad. I'd never seen him, but I listened to what he was saying. I loved him with a passion. I didn't love him blindly, but I loved him because I could see what he was doing and what he was saying. So I quit my job and went down there to work. You know what they were paying down there? He said, now, we're going to pay you $25 a week if we get it. And most of the time, they didn't have it. And they had an old raggedy room upstairs over the temple. He said, now, you can stay there. He was living out there in Inkster, Michigan. That's where he was living when I won. There's no Detroit Red, brother. We were players. That brother and me, we were players. We hung out with the pimps, hustlers, players. So we know all of them come through, all the star holes and everything. We knew them because that was our thing. So he was in Inkster, which is a suburb of Detroit. I'll run it down, brother, because history is best qualified to reward our research. So he come to me one day. I went there, started working. So one day he come to me. He said, brother, do you hear what they're saying about me? I said, no, I don't know what they're saying about you. I ain't heard nothing. He said, brother, I'm getting ready to leave this town. I said, for what? He said, they're talking about me. I said, what they talking about you for? Because you don't even know. First of all, you don't even know he started out in Detroit. And you don't even know why he left Detroit. You say, well, he's dead. Well, then if he bring him back alive and let him come up here and bear witness to truth or falsehood. But you can't. You know why? You can't follow a dead man. You haven't seen nobody come back yet. And it never will be. That's not God's way. He said a precedent. He said, you're born and you die. When I call you, you're going. Because I'm a man to tell the truth. I'm just about finished now because we don't want to tell you everything, get into everything, because we have another speaker here. And he can talk too. We all could talk. How you think we couldn't talk when you seeing all those people around? You think one man did that? Do you think Mr. X was the only one that was working? This is what you got to understand. If you seen all those people and seen him going from coast to coast when he went on the West Coast, this man was the one. Malcolm ain't never sold no papers, and he never went out fishing. That's a lie. Never did. He didn't have to. All he would come is teach.